Hey, what is up, YouTube? It's been a very long time, and I'm back. Today, another unboxing because I just got something literally like an hour ago. It's fucking freezing here in Canada, so I've just left it. You can see it right here. Just left it in the box for like an hour or two to adjust to the temperature. But we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna do an unboxing. We're gonna talk a little bit about it. So what did we get? Let's find out. Well, no big surprise, it's another guitar, and obviously it's a Fender. This is being shipped from Long and McQuaid, which is one of the big music shops that finally opened in my province of Quebec. Let's see how well they packaged this. Okay, not bad. Foam insert. This comes, oh geez, it's still freezing in here. Anything else? Nope, just another foam insert. So we've got two big foam inserts in the box. Put that aside. I knew this was coming with a Fender Deluxe gig bag, so here you have it, Fender Deluxe gig bag. I kind of like that. Guitar pick on the zip. Let's just see what we got before we open the guitar. So empty. What do we get? Certificate of authenticity. Okay, cool. Starter guide, Fender sticker, and an Allen key for adjustment. It is going to be a different Allen key. Desiccant. It's going to be a different Allen key, and you'll see why in a second. Anything in here? Oh. Deluxe backpack straps for the gig bag. Kind of cool. And I think that's about it. So let's go ahead and open the case, and we'll see what we got. Talk about it super quick. Put this aside. Worried for a sec there. Obviously, you guys can see, if you're into guitars at all, it is a Fender Telecaster. Jesus, that's cold. There we go. Tape or glue on the back. So what do we get? Well, we got one of the new American Performer Telecasters. Alright, what is up, YouTube? Obviously, slight change of plans. I recorded the unboxing, which you still just saw, and then I kind of went on a rant, and I tried to edit it down, and it just didn't make any sense, so I just figured, screw it, we'll completely cut out everything after the unboxing. We're just going to go ahead and just do a full talk through of the guitar, and we're going to get actual sound samples, which we weren't going to get. I said I would do it in a future video. We're just going to do that right away. Alright, so as you saw in the unboxing, Fender American-made Performer Telecaster. Why did I get this? We'll just start off the bat. It's not the kind of guitar you'd expect someone that looks like me to be into and to get. Why did I get this? This thing just sounds amazing for clean tones, and also, to be quite blunt with you guys, mostly also just for collection purposes. I've got most of the main Fender models. I've got the Jaguar, Mustang, Stratocaster, Jazzmaster. I was just missing a Telecaster really to get all the mainstay models from Fender. If you follow the channel, you know I'm a big fan of Fender guitars and of PRS guitars. Those are my two brands. Those are the two brands of guitars I currently own. Probably the only two brands of guitars I will own, period. So, Fender Performer American Performer. Why did I get this? Well, this is new for 2019. I got this because, like I say, I wanted a Telecaster. I was kind of eyeballing the Mexican-made Telecasters, which they did refresh as the Player series. I did hear that they did fix the quality issues. I don't know if they actually did. I haven't actually tried one of the new Mexican Players. Talking to friends, my friend just really talked me out of considering even another Mexican. If you follow the channel, you know why. If you don't, quite simply put, I've got the Jaguar and the Strat, which are right there behind me. Both are made in Mexico. The Jaguar took about 5 years before it started to be playable. The frets were horrible. The neck just kept moving all the time. Every time I'd go to pick it up, it was just out of whack and I'd have to do a full setup. Same thing for the Stratocaster. Made in Mexico, standard Stratocaster. Same thing, neck issues. The frets are fine. The nut was horrible. I had to replace it and just the neck kept moving. That one's been maybe 2-3 years and it's starting to get decent. I didn't want to go through that again and I wanted to get a Telecaster, so enter the American Performer, the new, more affordable, most affordable American-made Fender series. You've got basically the Performer, which comes in at about $1,450 Canadian for at least the Telecaster and the Strat. I didn't look into the Mustang and the Jazzmaster. I had no interest in those. You got the Fender Pro above that, which the Strats come in at about 1,750 Canadian, and the Telecasters, don't ask me why, come in at about 2,000. You can, I think, still get the American Deluxe guitars, but I never see those in stores. And then the notch even above all that, before you get to Custom Shop, obviously, is all the vintage reissues that they keep doing, which for many reasons I'm not really into, mostly the price. Those usually come in at about 4,000 something Canadian, 3,000 to 4,000 something Canadian, and then obviously you got Custom Shop above that, which cheapest possible. You're looking at least $5,000 if not $6,000 for something super basic that's not even made by a master builder. Just the entry level Custom Shop is about 5,000 to 6,000 Canadian, so out of my budget really. But Performer. This is the double single coil version, which is the more historic correct Telecaster. It also comes in a version with a single coil in the bridge and a humbucker in the neck, if that's more your thing. The colors are different between the two. The double single comes in Sonic Satin Blue, which you're seeing here. Like I said in the unboxing, a lot paler than I was expecting. This also comes in Vintage White, which is yellow. It comes in Cherry Burst, and it comes in Penny, which is their new finish for 2019. If you're looking at Penny online and you kind of think it might be your kind of thing, I would highly recommend you guys go and see one in person. It looks kind of coppery in pictures. When the one I saw in person at my local shop, they call it Penny. I would call it Metal Flake Brown, which is actually what it is. It just looks like a brown guitar with metal flake on it. Really not my thing. If it's yours, I'm not judging, go for it, but just don't order a Penny finish off the site based on what you see. Go see one in person first. I would have done the same with this Sonic Satin Blue, but none of the shops even had this particular color in the computers yet. I got this from Long & McQuaid. I paid, like I said, $1,450. It seemed to be the price for all the major retailers here in Canada. This, however, I had to order online. No one had this in stock. Long & McQuaid had this as orderable off their site, which I did. As you saw in the unboxing, it came directly from Fender. You saw I had to pull out the staples that were still in the box. I've never seen a retailer open that and then put the staples back in. So I highly suspect, 99.9% certain this came directly from Fender to Long & McQuaid, sat in a warehouse, or just got shipped directly to me. That will become relevant in a couple of seconds. So let's go over the specs quick. We'll do some sound samples and I will talk about what I like and what I don't like. So again, American made in Corona, California, according to the headstock. Alder body, satin sonic blue finish on this, single ply white pickguard. 2 Yosemite single coil Telecaster pickups, which are the new Fender pickups for the Player Series for this year. I find they sound a lot more like the classic Telecaster sound, as opposed to the Mexican standards were the ones that I had seen before. They were a lot hotter pickups, and as well as the Pro, which had the V-Mod pickups, which I think are a bit hotter than the classic vintage correct pickups. Classic correct bridge, so you got the folded steel bridge, the brass saddles. The Mexican Player comes with the six saddles, one per string. Easier to intonate, not vintage correct. I kind of wanted to get this. I think also the brass is going to end up sounding a bit brighter, maybe sustain a bit more. I don't know, maybe I'm talking out my ass. One tone knob, one volume knob, tone knob, volume knob. 3-way switch, 1, 2, 3, with the barrel tip. That can just be switched out if you don't like the barrel tip. Rosewood board, actual rosewood, maple neck. 2 of the colors will come with the rosewood, 2 will just come with an all maple neck. I don't remember which is which, to be 100% honest with you guys. I think Sonic Satin Blue and Penny come with the rosewood, and I think the Natural Cherry and the Vintage Yellow, let's just call it Vintage Yellow, comes with the all maple neck. Very good fret job, 22 frets. This doesn't change the scale length. Normal tellies are 21, this is 22. It's something that Fender's doing now. If you can see, like I say, it doesn't change the scale length. What they did is they just extended the fingerboard over the end of the neck and over the pick guard. Vintage Fender tuning heads. I really like these, and I'll show you why in a second, but 2 reasons. You'll see here there's a hole down the bottom, and you'll see that they are kind of form-fitted. Why I like these? I like these because, one, your finger fits perfectly when you're trying to tune. Very small thing, but I mean, it's a nice detail that it's just comfortable when you're tuning. Your finger fits right in. And while these aren't locking, what you do with these to restring, you take your new string, you insert it in the hole, you bend it into the split, and you tune up. It's not locking, but it's a nice touch. That string's not going anywhere, and you don't have the ends of the strings poking out everywhere. I have these same tuners are on my Jazzmaster and are on my Mustang. They are just the normal vintage looking tuners at the back as well. String through body whilst we're here. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to do some sound samples. I'm going to go through from full bridge, both, and then neck. I'm just going to turn off my mic while I do this, just to avoid getting the room sound as well. So just keep in mind, everything I'm going to do, I'm going to be going from bridge to middle to neck. Nothing fancy, it's just to give you guys some sound samples. I'm not the best player, like I've said a million times. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do that for clean. Then I'm going to kick on the modern high gain sound on the Mesa Boogie. So let's go ahead. I'm going there you had it. What I did at the end there is I just rolled the tone all the way off just to show you guys what you can do with the tone control. It is usable. I do actually enjoy the sound of the tone. So there you had it. You got the clean and distorted sounds. So in conclusion, what I really like about this guitar, so like I said, fret job, amazing. Playability is amazing. That I'm very happy with. The neck is also, I forgot to mention, sorry, the neck is also a satin finish, which is very nice, very comfortable. They've been doing that on most of the Fenders, to be honest with you guys, for a couple of years now. My Mexican standard Strat also has the satin finish on the neck. I really enjoy that. So what I enjoy, like I say, it sounds great. It sounds amazing, clean. If you want that kind of clean, spanky Telecaster sound, the only way you're ever going to get that is with a Telecaster. It's just a nice, simple, solid guitar. It feels great. It plays great. I love the looks of it. I will be changing that single ply guard to a red-brown tortoise shell guard. I think it'll look better. Personal preference. Again, it's plastic. Who cares? The only negative thing I can give you guys about this guitar, and remember what I said at the start, it was that this came directly from Fender and that I'd explain why I was mentioning that later on. You saw in the unboxing, when I opened this, I said there was glue on the back. Well, here you go. Here we go, right where my finger is, you can see that bit that's kind of shiny, kind of white. That's where the glue was. There's nothing there anymore. I removed everything. It's nice and smooth, but you can see that. There's a couple of other places, and I'm not gonna try and angle this so that they show up, but you're just gonna take my word for it. You saw that one mark. There's another mark going across here as a line, and there's a mark or two down here, around here, and around the jack plate. This is where I had glue tape. I don't know what it was. It was some kind of sticky substance on the back of the guitar. You saw what it did. Is it a big deal? It depends. I mean, it depends how you want to look at it. It's not going to affect the playability. It's not a damage to the finish. The finish, like I said, is still there. It's still nice and smooth feeling. If you're just going by feel, you'd never see that. You'd never feel it. It's just very visual. Is it a big deal? No. To be honest with you guys, the thing with these satin finishes, they feel nice. They feel great. They look nice. They're nice and matte, like you can see. But with years of wear, as opposed to rubbing off the paint like you see on some older Fender guitars, what tends to happen with these satin finish guitars is wherever you're rubbing a lot when you're playing, so usually around here, around the neck joint and all that, will end up getting to that point of the mark on the back where it's nice and shiny. That's what it's going to look like after years and years of play. So again, does that affect anything? No. It's on the back, it's on the bottom, not the end of the world. But if you're the kind of guy that pays, this isn't cheap. Let's just be honest. $1,400 is still not cheap for a guitar. They come straight from the factory. You open it up and there's glue on the back and you've got those kind of marks on it. I could understand that you'd be really fucking annoyed with that, to be honest with you, pardon my French. It's something that I would not expect to happen with any kind of good quality American-made guitar. It's something that would never happen with PRS, let's just put it that way. And I'm kind of disappointed in Fender that they let this come out the way it did. Not a big deal, but you saw, I opened this from factory and it was like that. Which means it happened in the factory, so either they did something and didn't notice, or maybe even worse, they noticed it, but they were just so in a hurry to get these out in time for Christmas that they sent it out anyway. What I would expect is usually get to quality control, notice that, rub the glue off, notice that, go and send it to get refinished again. Like, here's a spot, it's not right, refinish that. Or send them out as quote-unquote like factory seconds or defective and pass the a bit of a discount on to the customer. I'm not even going to complain about this. It doesn't actually bother me that much. I'm just mentioning because this is nearly a perfect guitar for a Telecaster. This is nearly perfect to me. It feels great, plays great, looks great. But you got that. It's an issue. It's not a big issue, but it is an issue. So anyway, there you go. That is my thoughts, opinions, and some sound samples for you guys of the new Performer Series Telecaster. Not going to tell you guys to like, favorite, and all that the video. What I do enjoy when you guys do, however, is if you have any questions about this, ask them, and I will get back to you and I will answer you. If you don't want to put it in the public comments, go ahead, send me a private message. I will reply to you in a private message right back. So there you go, guys. Hope you guys had some happy holidays. Thank you for watching.